Vivarium exhibition in the Netherlands, and it's been kept at Aquaflora since then. He already suffered a little bit of transformation, but the hardscape is still the same. This tiny little fella over here also was scaped more or less at the same time Dave Shaw scaped the Phoenix Reborn. In this corner of the gallery, we have the two brothers from different mothers. So what I'm trying to say is that we have two 90 centimeters tank. We did two 90 by 50 by 50. One of them, on the one in the right, was scaped by Balbi, and on the left by Stephen Chong. Those two tanks were scaped with 1 day difference. They were scaped in March 2020 during Japanese Nights here at Esther's garden. And the left and the right, they were fully replanted. Those two tanks suffer a little bit. We have a heat wave here in the Netherlands 2 weeks ago, and also a few things were not set properly in the tank because even doing some FaceTime with the maintenance team, that is always something that we miss. And now just to make a fresh new restart, we have decided just to replant both. On the left, Balbi took care of it. Balbi just replaced all Eleocharis that was in the foreground and added some Hemianthus callitrichoides Cuba. Also decided to use more plants on it. We have a lot of stem plants. We have Myriophyllum Guyana, Rotala H. and Rotala green or Yao High. And also some bush philandras, wavy green, some brownie ghost, and he kept also some Eleocharis in the foreground to mix up a little bit with the Hemianthus callitrichoides, and it's also some Cryptocorinne pygmaea. The tank is facing now a little bit of diatoms, but it's quite normal in fresh new aquascapes. And to prevent that, we just added some cleaning team. We have some Clifton snails or orange snails with some amano shrimps, and we are pretty sure that in a few weeks the tank will be completely clean. I am just so sorry because probably I will be back to the Netherlands again after summer holidays around September. So I could not record the development of the tank, but you guys can see that for a tank that was replanted almost 1 week ago. This growing quite well. Plants are almost filling up all the soil because Balbi didn't plant so heavily as I did on Steven tank. But you see, the background is almost, the foreground is almost fully covered. And I'm pretty sure that soon the maintenance team need to do some trimming just to avoid those small bumps and keep all the foreground perfect. So fingers crossed that everything goes well this time. And let's see now Steven's tank. I'm pretty sorry about the reflection coming from the windows, but we don't have blackouts over here. I will try also to record something in the evening, so at least we can switch off all the tanks and having all one of them that I am recording light up, so we can see all the details about all the reflections. but at least I am trying to explain right now what we have done in each of the tanks. So, and then you can just see them in the close-up by night. Is the better way, just to show you, avoiding all reflection coming from the windows, okay? The Stephen Chong was completely replanted. The tank was not going so well, and after 15 months since it was planted, we have decided just to give a second life to it. I kept the identity. I didn't change the hardscape at all. I also enhanced some parts that I thought they would be nice to have a little bit more of details. And sometimes we don't need to add more hardscape to it. We just need to add some plants, and those plants will enhance that dark or shadow areas. Like, for example, adding Traxophyllum barberi on the shadow area, since the base structure of the layout or the hardscape was so heavy. We have so many shadows around, but since all the rocks are too gray, we start losing a little bit the reference, and we don't have so much contrast. And this is why I place a lot of Traxophyllum barberi in so many areas that will enhance the focal point. Then also replace some of the plants originally placed by Stephen. I had some Pogostemon alferi, Liliopsis novazelandae. I kept also the same plant as used before, Micantrum Monte Carlo. In the background, I have used some Hemianthus Micantrumoides, mixed it up with some Eleocharis, novazelandae. Also on the front, just to give those small bushes, so when you trim the stem plants, we don't see the naked stems in the long run or long term. I have used some Pogostemon alferi as well. And in the background, we have some Ludwigia arcuata and Limnophila Vietnam. I want to create a little bit of volume, give a little bit of color on it, at least to balance and contrast with all the gray and green that we have in this tank. So a slight touch of color behind the big rock, I think, will improve a lot. In this side, and even to avoid a little bit the extra maintenance in this tank, I have also used Pogostemon alferi, so we can have some small bushes of green. And in the background, behind this rock that is creating the V shape, there is also some Juncus repens and some Micantrumoides. So this tank, hopefully this time will go well. We had a few issues. I already improved a little bit the flow on it. Also adding a little bit more purigen in the tank. Set the CO2 in a different way, so we can have also a better growth, no algae. However, we are also seeing that some signs of diatoms in both tanks, but this is normal when diatoms always attack in fresh new aquascapes. And we already established the maintenance by cleaning the pre-filters on Oase Biomaster 600. Adding the purigen, doing the 2 times 50% water change a week, just improved a little bit. Also adding the Clithon corona snails in both of the tanks. Pretty sure that 1-2 weeks the tank will be clean. Probably this one will need a small trimming as well as Balbi tank 2. But I will try somehow to ask for some video footage of the tanks so I can show to you later on. So let's take a close view of both tanks, and I hope you enjoy it. This beauty was scaped in November of last year and was done by Romy, by Sam and by Yele during Vivario Online.